In this video, we will talk about Microsoft Copilot, one of the leading AI tools out there today. So once you log in using your Microsoft account, you will be redirected to this home screen. On the top right side, if you click on the icon, you can download the Copilot app, or you can also change the voice in which Copilot will talk to you. There is also a voice option, which you will see later. You can change the language. It also supports some other Indian languages and some local languages all over the world. You can change the theme either day or night. I'll go with day. Then currently it is offering 1 month of free Copilot Pro. In this video, we'll only talk about all the Copilot features which are available to free users. You can also give your feedback here. You can read more about Copilot, about their privacy choices and other ads and terms and conditions. This is the home screen, is where we are going to start. First thing, this is the area where we can type in any text and start having a conversation with Copilot. This button is to add any image or any file, to have a conversation about that file. If you click on this Copilot icon, you will be redirected to the home screen of Copilot. Now, the home screen of Copilot is essentially a set of template conversations that you can start right now with Copilot. There are ideas to explore, there are interesting topics, and there are other trending topics that are going on right now. Also, it has top stories which get updated every single day. If I click on play now, we can listen to this.
You're listening to the Copilot Daily for Tuesday, January 21st. Here's an interesting fact. The first tweet was sent by Jack Dorsey on March 21st, 2006.
This clip has different trivia, different topics. You can take a look and listen to it entirely. You can change the voice from here also.
You can write.
Let's explore the world together.
I can get philosophical.
As a companion,
Let's explore.
Now the voice will change.
You're listening to the Copilot Daily for Tuesday, January 21st. Now here's an interesting fact. The first tweet was sent by Jack Dorsey on March 21st,
I'm trying to fast forward it using this line, but it's not doing that. If I click on this, it will simply start the next chapter.
Simone, a puppy found abandoned in a crate in Memphis, has transformed from a neglected pup to a beloved.
This is actually one of the good news that we had. It has been taken from this website of people, and it is being narrated by this AI.
Therapy dog at University Middle. At Trump's inauguration party,
These are basically current events, news which would be read to you from different links of different websites.
A polar vortex is forecasted.
Austin Mute.
This is more like an AI-based current affairs channel that you can log in to understand what's going on in the world. After you skip a couple of more chapters, you will come to the end of the Microsoft Copilot Daily.
Be back tomorrow with more updates. I'm Copilot, here to keep you informed, one day at a time.
So that's pretty interesting to include in the home screen of Copilot. Apart from that, other topics and other ideas would all be text-based conversations. For example, if I click on one of them, it will create a prompt. What are some creative ways to wrap a thoughtful gift? And then it will give you ideas. And this is what we are going to explore next. Apart from these predefined prompts that Copilot has, we can also write our own prompts and start having a conversation with this AI. In order to do that, I'll click on the plus sign and click on Start New Chat. Now I'm going to ask Copilot to share some major events that happened around climate change in the past year. It will start creating this set of information along with the reference each of the statement. It will also give the list of references at the bottom. I can either like this response, dislike it, or I can copy it and use it for pasting it somewhere else. If you click on this, it will not ask for a feedback. If you dislike it, it will ask for a feedback of what was the exact problem with this conversation. Apart from the normal text-based conversations, you can also have image-based conversations with Copilot. Let's see how we do that. We'll click on the plus icon again and upload an image. And then we will ask Copilot to explain me. This is what Copilot has come up with. Based on what all infographics there were there in the image, it has started to explain it to me. However, it has not given any extra references to ascertain or fact check any of this information. It has simply listed it down. If I ask Copilot to fact check it, let's see what Copilot can do. Now what it has done is, all the information that was listed here, it has tried to find sources to ascertain that information. This is how you can use Copilot to fact check or to understand some complex infographics, or even to explain it to someone in simple words. Copilot can definitely come in handy. Apart from text-based and image-based prompts, you can also generate images in Copilot. Let's see how to do that. In order to generate an image, you can just write down a prompt that starts with create an image, generate an image, or some similar phrase, and then mention what kind of image you want to generate. A Copilot in a few seconds will give us the image based on the prompt that we have put in. And this is the image that is generated here. You can't zoom in or you can't maximize the image. You can simply download it from here. And after downloading it, you can view it on the big screen like this. So I think it's a pretty high definition image. I do notice that some of the faces have been distorted a little bit, but that's the classic case of most generative AI tools, that they mess up the faces sometimes. But I did still find that the image generation was at par with all other leading image generation tools. Is it possible to edit an image using a corresponding prompt? Let's try that. Make it rain in this image. Copilot will try to create an image where it is also raining. What I want to see is it a new image or modification of the same image? No, it is actually a new image. So Copilot did not take the same image and modify it. It has actually modified the prompt which we had written here and just added rain to it to give us a completely new image. This image looks a bit better, especially with the people that are being shown in that image. There is lesser distortion and good finish to it as well. You can also see some of the reflections of the lights. So I found some very detailed rendering. However, I do see that some things and objects don't make sense here, like especially this boot, and also there is a bit of distortion at this end, and there is no option to upscale the image or download it in different resolutions or different aspect ratios. It is not possible. If you ask Copilot to make image in different aspect ratios, let's see if Copilot is able to do that. So when I asked Copilot to generate the same image in a vertical aspect ratio, it did not generate the same image. It was a new and similar image, and it was not in a vertical aspect ratio. So Copilot image generation only generates images in a 1:1 or a square aspect ratio. Now let's explore some voice-based conversations that you can have with Copilot by simply clicking on the Talk to Copilot mic here.
Hey Tools, how's it going tonight?
It's been going good. I'm just recording a tutorial video on Copilot, and I just wanted to show our viewers how this Talk to Copilot feature works. Can you tell me a few interesting things I can do with this feature?
That's awesome, Tools. With Talk to Copilot, you can have real-time conversations, get quick answers to your questions, brainstorm ideas, and even get help with tasks like writing
All right, hold
emails
on.
or generating creative.
I think I got a good enough idea. Thank you so much. So what you also notice is after a conversation has ended, it will create a transcript of that conversation. And it's a live conversation, which means that if you interrupt this AI, it will stop talking. And then you can change the direction of the conversation, or you can simply stop the conversation then and there. So this is the voice-based conversation. Again, you can change the voices in the settings, and you can have different male and female voices to have a conversation with. Here are my closing comments on the Copilot AI tool. In isolation, this looks like a very good tool. Pretty cool to have Copilot Daily, different conversation templates, a very robust image generator, live conversations here, and a lot of other cool things. But some users may know this, and if you don't know, I'm going to show you how Copilot used to look like in 2024. This used to be the home screen of Copilot. You had different chat options based on what kind of conversation you want to have. You had different GPTs called as the Copilot GPTs. You also had these plugins, Instacart, Kayak, Klarna, OpenTable, Shop, Suno. These were third-party features and tools integrated into Copilot to give you a more fulfilling experience. The conversation style could also be selected, more creative, more precise, more balanced. And there was a notebook as well where you could jot down your points and then refine those points using Copilot AI. So when I compare the old Copilot to the new one, I feel that a lot of these features which are available in the older version are not there in the newer version. At the same time, I am tempted to think that a tech giant like Microsoft, why would they discontinue something which was so good, right? So what I feel is the newer version of Copilot is still in its early days, and I'm sure that if Microsoft has discontinued the older Copilot version, they are definitely wanting to make the experience for consumers much better in the newer Copilot version. So I expect more things to start rolling out in the coming months, and in order to stay updated on all that information, stay connected to Tools to Upskill channel. We will bring you all the updates of how the new Copilot version is going to evolve.